Hey there, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to my random ruminations. The one where I'm going to talk about being a YouTuber. A little bit about my channel, but mostly just about what being a YouTuber has taught me about myself and about life in general. So it's going to be a little bit odd, but bear with me. So last night I asked friends whether they felt that I should split my channel because I have been working on stuff for Stay a While, my tabletop role-playing and gaming series, where I want to develop it and I want to expand on it and I want to make it more than what it is, a lot more than what it is. And I got two replies that said I should split. I got multiple replies that said I shouldn't. Both sides gave very valid arguments, and very valuable arguments for their particular perspective. And I have decided for now I'm not going to split. Aside from anything else, as one friend said, as Jack said, that this early in the life cycle of my channel, I would be splitting my subscriber base down the middle. Potentially. Which could hurt both. That makes sense. Another friend, Angela, said that gave me some very valid reasons for why I should split, in that it's video gaming versus something completely different. That is also extremely valid, but she also gave me other pieces of information that I'm really thinking about and I'm really taking on board, and I'm going to see how I can apply them to how I YouTube. Which brings me to YouTube. What's the first thing that comes to mind for me when I talk about YouTube? And that answer is quite simply uncertainty. YouTube is confusing as hell. I mean, I've gotten pretty good at reading my analytics, but even so, they're confusing. They're very confusing, not least because my numbers are so small, it's hard to find a broad overall trend. To put it another way, statistics are only really meaningful over large amounts of information. And yeah, that is problematic. And what's most problematic for me is, like, I'm struggling for subscriptions. Not going to lie, I find it hard to find subscribers. I'm hovering around the 210 mark. I've gone to 211 and I dropped back down to 207. I have no idea why, and that causes a lot of uncertainty for me, because you never really know why someone subscribes. You never will know why. It could have been a specific video that later they watched that one video, went, oh, I'll watch loads of their stuff. They never do, and then eventually they just unsubscribe. That's understandable. But you also never know why people do unsubscribe. Maybe they come across something in a video that is so counter to their worldview that they can't cope with it, so they unsubscribe. Maybe they get bored. Maybe they burn out. Subscriber burnout is a serious thing. Maybe they just don't have time. Too many subscriptions. It happens. And you have this utter uncertainty that goes with being a tuber. Now, I don't ever expect this to be a career. I don't. This is, as I've always said, this is my way of connecting with my friends and connecting with new people as I meet them. I've made some great friends through YouTube. And that in itself is wonderful. It is really wonderful to have that new social space to exist in. It's lovely. And YouTubers are some of the nicest people I've ever come across. I mean, they really are. I have nothing but praise for Tennessee Gaming, although I very rarely interact with the guy. I watch his channel religiously. Rita Ritzy. I mean, they're two of the nicest people I've ever come across. And I've nothing but praise for the two of them. But as I said, I never expected this to be a career. And I still don't. That said, I do want it to be as successful as I can be at it. Because what's the point in doing something unless you're going to do it well? And unless you make some sort of difference with it. Even if that difference is only making someone smile. I always say, if you make one person smile in a day, you've changed the world. And you have. Because that one person's smile will have a knock-on effect to everyone in their life, and so on and so on. It can be minuscule, but that effect is still in effect. And success is very confusing on this channel. Confusing and uncertainty are watchwords for YouTube. You know, because people go, well, you could look at the example of huge YouTubers like the name of he who shall not be named. You know who I'm talking about. And others. And I'm like, yeah, I can look at their success, but that's their success. If I was doing what they do, I'd be miserable. That's not the kind of person I am. That's not the kind of YouTuber I am. I want to create content that I would watch, that I would enjoy. And because I think that's being true to me. That's being true to myself and true to my experience of the world and my expression within the world. And I know that sounds really airy-fairy for me, but it's true. That's how I feel about it. So yes, I could look at the huge YouTubers and look at their analytics, and because it's all out there, you can get all this information and go, well, they do this, and okay, and it has that effect, and I could do that, and I could do that. And yeah, it would probably get me subscribers for a short while. And the reason I say short while is I would be miserable. I would be so unhappy doing that because I wouldn't be me anymore. And that's, let's put it this way, I'm transgender. You don't transition to pretend to be somebody else. You transition to stop pretending to be someone else. And dogs are being fed. So using other YouTubers as a model for success doesn't really work unless you find YouTubers that are very similar to you. I'm lucky I found one in particular, Rurikon, the dwarf, who is freaking awesome. And I have to admit, I do watch his channel and I do try and figure out, okay, so what are you doing that I could learn from? Because he does the kind of videos that I love. He does long play let's plays. He does kind of fun, not very serious analysis, but analysis that's still insightful. And he's also just an awesome guy. And that does help. That does help a bit. But even at that, I would still need to take those lessons and turn them around so that they fit me and my channel. So I guess really what I should ask myself is, what am I learning from YouTube about myself and about my life and about who I want to be going onward? Well, I've learned that I don't like uncertainty. I really don't like uncertainty. And I've learned that I can't see the wood for the trees. So it's really important for me to go out of my way to learn, to ask questions and to ask for opinions. I don't necessarily have to follow the opinions, but I have to be grateful for every opinion, every suggestion, every thought that's shared with me, because that's someone taking time out of their life to help me. And I do really appreciate it. Guys, all of you, everyone who gives me suggestions and opinions and thoughts, thank you. You're helping this channel to grow, and you're helping me to improve as a YouTuber. Even if I don't literally take your suggestions, I do always take those suggestions on board, and I change things in small ways to reflect those suggestions. I'm very cautious in how I change things, because I've found that if I whiplash too much, I have no idea really what effect it has in the long run, whereas if I'm very gentle with it, it's much easier. I've learned that I have a lot of patience, a lot more than I thought I did, at least. I've learned that I love creating. I mean, far more than I ever thought I did, and I was already a creative person. I've learned that I have a lot of determination. I mean, I should know that already from transitioning, because that takes a lot of determination. But mostly I have a lot of determination outside of that, just to get things done. Even like when I feel really, really sick and the last thing in the world I want to do is record, it kills me when I can't record. I don't want to because I feel crap. But I want to because I want to do it. I want to create, and I want to share, and I want to share the things that I find funny and I find intriguing and interesting. And so yeah, YouTubing being a YouTuber, it's an interesting space to inhabit. It's, like I said, it's uncertain. There's so much uncertainty with it. There's so much you'll never know the answer to. Why did this person subscribe? You know, why did that person unsubscribe? Why do so many people watch but never comment or click a like button or share? You know, is it they like it but not that much? Or is it that people are forgetful? You never know, and you'll never know. And if nothing else, I am definitely learning to make peace with the fact that uncertainty is the watchword for my life. I should have came to terms with that a long time ago, but I didn't. Yeah. But that, I guess that's it, really. That's the answer. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because I could go on like this and go chase my tail for another 20 minutes easily, and it's already over 10 minutes. But just if you have any thoughts on this, share it below. As I said to everyone who replied to my question last night and sent me messages and emails, thank you so much. I really did read and pay attention to all of it, and I am going to take all of it on board, and it is probably all going to be applied in some way at some time. But for now I'm just going to take little tiny steps one at a time and see where they take me. Fuck it, I like adventure. Anyway, be good, have a great day, and bye for now.